Connie here. Thank you so much for joining me for this full-length Pilates mat class where we'll be using the squishy ball. My squishy ball is about 2/3 of the way full. So if it's all the way full, you're gonna have some issues balancing on it when it's underneath your sacrum. But let's go ahead and begin with our feet flat in front of us, our knees slightly bent, sit up nice and tall to begin. Give the ball a little bit of a squeeze. When you squeeze the ball, think of squeezing with your underarms, sliding the shoulder blades down your back and drawing the ribs together, dropping the belly button to the spine. It's just a gentle squeeze. We're squeezing with the heels of our hands rather than our fingers. Make sure that your knees aren't flopping out to the side or squishing, or your knees touching in the middle. Now tuck your tail and articulate down to the mat. Drop the ball down so that it's resting on your bra strap or where your sternum and 12th rib meet. Now extend your arms to the bend, so more of a hug a tree position, up directly over that spot. Inhale, exhale, find the nice neutral spine. Start drawing everything towards the midline of your body or the center of your body. Let's go ahead and inhale. Exhale, march the left leg up to tabletop today. So tabletop is where our knee is tracking over our hip and our ankle is in line with our knee. Inhale, exhale, draw the right leg up to tabletop. Make sure you're maintaining a neutral spine. Let's go ahead and squeeze the legs together and squeeze the glutes. Inhale, exhale, peel up, curling up, head comes up first, neck and shoulders. Keep a nice little lift between your chin and your chest as if you're holding an egg there. Don't crunch your egg to your chest. And uncurl back to the mat. And exhale to curl up, reaching the ball towards the knees. Squeezing under the arms still a gentle squeeze on the ball. Exhale to lower, inhale to lower, and exhale to lift. Good. And inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Let's do one more. Exhale to lift. Drop the ball on the shins. Woohoo! Don't let it roll towards you. And lower down. Fingertips still over your sternum 12th rib. Exhale to lift. Find the ball with the heel of your hands. And inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Drop the ball on your knees. I have to use my fingertips to do this. That's perfectly fine. Come on, ball. Stay there. And inhale to lower. Oh, no. I'm going to separate my legs slightly, but keep that squeeze on my legs so that I can go ahead and keep the ball on my shins. Oh, my shins are a little high. That's what the problem is. Exhale to lift. Find the ball, squeeze it. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Ball on the knees. Inhale to lower. Stay there. Inhale. Exhale to curl up. Reach long for the end of the mat. Squeeze under the arms, hovering your arms off the mat. Now, extend your legs, but keep your shins parallel to the mat as far as you can without arching in the back. And pull it back. Woohoo! And don't lose the ball. And extend. And pull. We're going to 5, so here's 3. If you want to rest your head in your hands here, you can. Make your head heavy, though, so that your abs are holding your hands. Now oh my gosh, I did it again. Extend and hold. And now extend your arms, and we're going to do the hundreds. We're going to inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make your arm movements smaller and more controlled so that you can control the ball and keep it up on your shins. Long, continuous inhale. Exhale as if you're fogging a mirror. If you feel pain in your back, odds are your back's arching. Go ahead and pull those ribs together on the front, drop the belly to the spine, and don't allow that back to lift off the mat. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long fingers, don't wing them up to the ceiling. 2 more sets. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Final set. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Draw your knees in. Find the ball with the heel of your hands. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Squeeze those legs together. Inhale, exhale to curl up. Reach the ball for the knees. Extend the left leg to working level. Now, slide the ball really close down the right leg and rotate to the right side, leaving that left hip down. Inhale through center, extend the right leg to working level, pull the ball down the left side, rotating, bringing the ribs across, keeping the right hip down. Inhale through center, and to the right, extend the left leg. Inhale to the left, extend right. And to the right. Don't lift this hip off. Curl up deeper, right? Here's 3. 4. We're going to 6. 5. 1 more to each side. Now, bring the feet up to the ceiling. Rest the ball on the stomach. Flex and point the feet. Articulate through the feet. So we're going to pull the toes back to a demi-point or a toes back, ball up position first, ball the foot. Then we're going to pull the toes back strongly and press energy out through the heels. Now, think of, high heel, that's what I was thinking of, a demi-point or high heel position and point. Now try to find the position as much as you can. Make sure you're pulling back both sides of your feet equally. Good. Find the ball in your hands. Reach up over your sternum 12th rib. Inhale. Exhale, curl up. Let's do scissors. Extend your left leg away. Take the ball in your right hand. Reach it to the outside of the right leg. Grab the ball in the left hand. Separate and switch your legs. Now the ball will go from the left hand on the outside of the left leg to the center of the right hand will grab it. So we're always passing the ball on the outside of the leg. That's to the ceiling. Good. If you found it to be a little different for you, that's not a big deal, right? Now, legs up to the ceiling. Rest the ball on your belly button. Gentle squeeze with the heels of the hand. Lower the left leg down to the mat. Now drop your belly button to your spine and really pull the ball away from the stomach. Let's do some single leg circles. We're going to inhale the leg across the midline slightly without lifting that hip. Exhale the leg down away from our nose. Inhale slightly to the side and exhale back up. Think of it more like an oval. Press down with your standing leg on your left side and don't allow your body to shift. Here's 3. Our magic number is 6 today. 4. Really straighten that knee. 5. 1 more. 6 and reverse. Inhale to the outside. And when you reach the toe down to the end of the mat, exhale it back up. And inhale away and exhale up. While we're doing this, really think of grounding through the back hip on the right leg, but shooting energy out of the toes. And 1 more. Now keep that leg up to the ceiling. We're going to bend that toe down, 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 down. When you can't bend anymore, go ahead and find the mat with your toe. Slide the toe down the mat. Keep the leg light and full of energy as you float it back up for bicycle. Bend the knee in and extend away and lift. And bend, extend and lift. And now reverse. We're only going to do 6 total here. When the heel gently touches, we're going to pull that toe in and then extend it up. Don't lift that hip. Leg extends away and bend, extend. 1 more. Now, bend both knees in. Take the ball, place it above the ankle bone, and extend your legs straight up to the ceiling. Don't tuck here with your tail. Make sure that you have a flat sacrum from the back of your tail to the back of your hip bones. Now we're going to lower our legs down for 1, 2, 3. Pull the legs into tabletop. Extend to the ceiling. Lower 1, 2, 3. And pull. Extend. 1, 2, 3. Don't allow your back to arch. If your back arched, don't go down as low. We're going to reverse. So tabletop, extend to working level, and lift. 2, 3. If you squeeze the ball too tight, odds are you'll lose it. So you have to find a nice, gentle control squeeze to where you can still engage the inner thighs, but not lose the ball. Take the ball out, place the ball on your belly button, pull your belly button away from the ball, press gently into the ball with the heels of your hands, extend that right leg long, 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 pressing energy down through the right leg. If you squeeze your glute a little harder, you can find a nice hip flexor stretch. We're gonna do single leg circles. Inhale the leg gently across the midline and exhale it up. Really squeeze down with that right leg so that you can stay grounded equally. Inhale and exhale. And inhale. Here's 5. Press into the ball, press the ball or pull the ball away from your belly button. And reverse. Inhale away. And exhale up. Really squeeze under the arms. Pull the shoulder blades away from the ears. Here's 3. 4. 5. And 6. And let's bicycle. Bend that knee in. Tap the toe to the mat. Extend the leg long, light, full of energy. And lift. Don't allow your back to arch as you're extending your leg away. On this side, more so than the other side, I have to really hover the leg off the mat more to really maintain that neutral spine. And now I'm going to lower my leg down, pull it in, and then extend. Lower down, pull it in, and then extend. Let's do one more. Lift, bend the knees in, place the ball between above the ankles again on the shin bone, extend up to the ceiling, platform your arms down by your side. Let's do a double leg lower lift with our head, neck, and shoulders resting down. Flex your feet and lower for 1, 2, 3. Point your feet, exhale, and float the legs up. Now flex and lower, 2, 3. Exhale, point, and lift, and flex and lower, 2, 3. Point, and lift. Now keep the feet pointed, and lower, 2, 3. Flex, and lift. Point, lower, 2, 3. No arching, flex. Exhale, lift. 1, 2, 3, and flex. Exhale, and lift. Bend the knees into tabletop. Find the mat. Extend your legs long. Probably not going to be able to roll your legs down all the way with the ball between your ankles. We'd love to keep that squeeze on the ball here. Not too hard, just a gentle squeeze to engage the inner thighs and really help you with the wrap of the glutes. We're going to go into roll up. We're going to do roll up, spine stretch, a little oblique exercise and saw right now. So fingertips up over your sternum, fall through, palms facing each other. Squeeze under the arms. Inhale, begin to peel the head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Exhale when you get up to your sacrum, rounding over your legs. Press down into the mat, just legs. Now inhale back. Really drawing down, 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 down. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift, really pulling down as you peel your spine off the mat. Think of Velcro. Now place the Velcro down, or a magnetic strip. So the magnetic strip wants to pull the magnet all the way down, but resist it. Another way you can think of this is that your spine is a strand of pearls. Pull the pearls off of a table, one strand at a time, or one pearl at a time. And as you place the pearls back down, place them back down, one pearl at a time. Let's do 2 more. The rounding motion actually helps you to lower and lift easier and not put as much stress on your hip flexors and quads as a flat back position does, because there's less weight. Now sit up tall. Find the ball, flex your feet, separate your feet a little bit wider than hips distance apart. We are going to take the ball and pull it apart with our fingertips, flattening and widening our shoulder blades. Drop your shoulders down your back, Draw your ribs in. Inhale, begin to articulate down, looking down at your legs, and exhale over your legs. Inhale, begin to peel back, and exhale, head will come up last. A 4-count spine stretch for 3, a 2-count spine stretch for the last 3, and we'll squeeze the ball for the last 3 instead of pulling it apart. But really think of opening up the collarbones, flattening and widening the shoulder blades. Let's peel off the imaginary wall behind us on an inhale. Now exhale to fold over our legs, try to bring our biceps by our ears. Inhale to pull back, exhale to lift. One more 4-count, pull the ball apart. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Now gently press the ball between the meaty parts of the palm. Don't round your shoulders in, so slide them down your back. Inhale, peel off the wall and fold over, biceps by ears, and exhale to pull back up, head up last. Inhale, pull the shoulder blades down. Exhale to lift, round over the barrel, don't collapse over your thighs. Inhale, exhale back up. Now, tuck the tail, roll back. Now, bring your legs up to tabletop, turn it out to a frog, extend the frog away from you so that you have a diamond positions with your legs. Hold on to the ball with your fingers, we're not pulling apart or squeezing, we're just holding it. Inhale, exhale, curl up. We're going to reach the ball, or actually we're going to do the outside again. We're going to reach the ball on the outside of the left leg and pass it through. Reach on the outside of the right leg and pass it through. The center of the diamond. So my left arm will reach, my right arm will reach through. My right arm's going to reach through, my left arm's going to reach through. You don't have to move your arms like that, not that big, but it's just to show where our arms are going. Here's 4, we have 2 more on each side. 5, curl up deeper, drop those legs a little lower if you can, and 6. Now, rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Hold on to your ball in some way, hold on gently behind your knees. Rock up to sitting up tall. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hips distance. Just go ahead and place the ball down between your legs. Extend your arms out to a T. Bring them slightly into your periphery. Give me a little imaginary weight underneath your pinky blade edges. If you're pressing down on a giant exercise ball, inhale, exhale, rotate to the right. Flip that back palm up. It'll naturally flip down as you articulate down to saw off your baby toe with saw off your right baby toe with your left pinky finger. Articulate up, untwist through the center of the inhale, exhale to the left palm will flip up to the ceiling, right pinky finger will saw off that left baby toe, articulate back up, don't lose rotation, through center, to the right, and saw. Think less dive and more of a controlled saw, or a controlled articulation. Round over the barrel again, just like in spine stretch, we're just opening up the shoulder and adding a slight rotation. 1 more to each side. And back through center. From there, we'll go ahead and take the ball, put it on top of your legs, however you'd like. Round over your legs. You don't have to roll it down your legs. We just don't want to lose the ball. Really round over the legs, just like you would for a spine stretch. Round pretty deep, and try to breathe into the back of the body here. Really breathe in all the way down to the very bottom of the lungs. Now take the ball in your hand. We're going to do some back extension work. I'm going to come over onto my stomach. I'm going to slide pretty far down my mat because I'm going to have my ball extended up over my head. My arms are going to be straight. I'm going to have a slight bend in my arms, like a little diamond. So my elbows are down. I don't have them lifted way up high, crunching into my neck, but my elbows are down, and I have my forehead and my nose resting gently on the mat. I'm going to squeeze my inner thighs together, squeeze into my glutes. Try not to let my back totally arch because I don't want my hips lifting, right? I want to extend in a neutral spine as if I were lying on my back. But now that I'm lying on my stomach, I still want to be able to find the neutral spine position. So I'm going to bring my hands over my head gently. They're right there, right? They're not fully extended. My elbows are pressing on the mat. I'm squeezing under my arms to pull my shoulders away from my ears. While my elbows are on the mat though, I want to make them light. And I want to press a little bit more weight in my pinky blade edge. So I can really engage underneath my arms and slide my shoulder blades down. I'm going to draw my belly button up to my spine and wrap my ribs. I'm going to inhale and begin to peel up. I'm pressing down. I feel engagement under my arms. If I feel it in my shoulders, I'm not going to use the ball any longer. I'm going to do swan prep on the mat. And left. And exhale, lower. We're just going to do 3 here. And lower. And now we're going to rest our head, or our forehead and our nose. We're going to rest our elbows, but still squeeze into our pinky blade edge a little bit heavier. And we're going to make our right leg a little lighter with a straight leg and lower it. Now make your left leg a little lighter with a straight leg and lower. And now right leg and lower. And left leg and lower. Now, make the right leg light. Flex to pull the heel into the glute with the hamstring. Point to pull the heel into the glute with the hamstring. And extend the leg. Now, left leg floated up and flex to pull with your hamstring. Point to pull with your hamstring and extend. This is not a rocky motion. Your hamstring is a hamstring pull exercise. So, really draw up on the belly button and flex, pull, point, pull, and release. Left leg, flex, point, release. Belly button to spine, right leg, flex, point, release. Left leg, flex, point, release. Now, make both legs light. Both heels will kick the glute at the same time for 3, 2, 1. Extend the legs long. Inhale to lift up, pulling the ball in again, and exhale to lower, extending the ball away. Make the legs light and pull for 1, 2, 3. Extend the legs. Inhale, pull up into a chest lift, swan exercise, legs heavy, and lower. You shouldn't feel this in your lower back. If you do, squeeze your legs together all the way. If that doesn't work, pull your belly button up to your spine even tighter. If that doesn't work, do not pull up as high. Legs light one more time for pull, pull, pull. Legs down. Lift up into a chest lift. Lower. Inhale, exhale. Float both legs up. Head, neck, and shoulders down. And lower. You shouldn't be squishing your belly button down or rocking into your low back to lift your legs. It's a glute hamstring lift. And lower. One more, lift it up. Pull up into the chest lift if it's accessible to you. If not, keep your head, neck, and shoulders down and just swing your legs small, very small. Squeeze under the arms. If at any time this feels too much for your head, neck, and shoulders, lower down. One more breath. Pause the legs, lower the head, neck, and shoulders. Arms off the ball. Press back into a child's pose. Extend the arms really long over your head so you can get a nice stretch under the arms. Take one more deep breath here, and then we're going to change this movement slightly. Now take both hands and walk them towards the right side. Take your right arm and gently pull that left wrist up, up, up. Come back through center. Walk the hands to the left side. Take the left hand and pull the right wrist gently up, up, up. Come back through center. Slowly articulate up to sitting up tall. From here, we're going to do rolling like a bone, reverse ab curl, and go into some bridging. For the reverse ab curl, this is a lesson in humility. So I hope you like to laugh at yourself. If you have osteoporosis or osteopenia, lower back problems or neck problems, these are not the exercises for you. The next two exercises, please find a stretch of your choice. Otherwise, I'm going to place the ball behind my leg, above my heel, sort of like in that crook between the ankle and the calf. And I'm going to hold it at the smile line of the thigh and the glutes. I'm going to hold on to my thigh or my shin somewhere underneath my kneecap or above my ankle. Squeeze under the arms, tuck my tail, round by drawing my belly button to my spine and my ribs to my hips, and look in at the ball. I'm going to hold the ball here the whole time. If you have a tendency to now I know this is work, so we're going to stay here for a second too. If you have a tendency to flat tire or slam your low back down when you do roll in like a ball, this will help you to eliminate that, but it will feel odd and it might be hard to get out. Sometimes I have a really hard time getting up here as well. So I'm going to inhale, squeeze my glutes, roll to the tips of the shoulder blades, and exhale back up to hovering or balancing on my sits bones. Now inhale back and exhale up. Don't lose the ball. Keep the same squeeze on the ball the whole time. Doing this exercise with the ball forces you to maintain the same C-shaped curve the whole time. We're not really counting. We're just gonna, don't lift your shoulders like I did. We're just gonna do 2 more rolling like a ball. Place your feet down, don't lose the ball though, and begin to articulate back. Your feet will lift naturally. It's just a good place to start so that you don't just sort of like flop backwards, right? No flopping is a good thing. Well, unless you want to flop. So we're gonna stay right here. I have a nice flat sacrum. I'm still holding the ball. Ooh, I feel some inner thigh work there, right? I'm gonna take my elbows. I'm not gonna scrunch my shoulders up, but instead I'm just gonna reach my elbows to the sides of the mat gently so I can really suction cut my hands down to the mat. Now, when I reverse ab curl, I am not going to scrunch my upper body into it to try to force my body to lift the lower part of my body. If the lower part of my body does not move visibly, that's not a problem as long as I see it, as long as I feel it internally. So if I can't see it, nobody cares. What we really care about is the internal feeling. So you're gonna feel really strongly in that lower area. Hopefully you really draw the ribs together. Leave the shoulder blades flat and wide. Head, neck, and shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine, and try to peel it off slowly. Don't swing your legs over your head. Come back through the imprint and come back to neutral. The nice thing about holding the ball here, let's keep going, is that you're not going to swing your legs over your head. Oftentimes, a lot of us really want to move our tail up over our head like we're doing a rollover. And so we swing our legs way back there, but that's not the purpose of this exercise. We're really connecting with those deep lower abs that you need for so many exercises and for stability. Here's 5, I think. Here's 6. You really know that you're doing it when you scrunch your face up funny. It takes a lot of work. Here's 8. I know I said 6, but we're going to 10 with this one too because we did 10 with the other rolling like a ball exercise. This is sort of like a reversal, it's a lot harder. Let's do one more. And release. Take the ball out. Place your feet flat on the mat. Separate them the distance of the mat. Place the ball over the belly button and pulling the belly button away from the ball. And without lifting a hip, gently rock your knees from side to side. We're not torquing the spine unnecessarily here. It's just a gentle little release. We're going to do some bridging next. And then we're going to do feet in the air with our sacrum on the ball, which will be a nice ending exercise, but still very challenging, right? So, walk the feet in so the legs are together. Our feet are to be separated no wider than a hip's distance apart. We're going to reach the ball up over our sternum 12th rib. Press gently into the ball with the meaty parts of our palms. So we're driving the shoulder blades down to the mat. Don't flirt the ribs. Inhale, exhale, imprint the spine one more time and articulate up, 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 up. Driving the knees over the toes, drawing the belly button to the spine, making sure that our ribs and our hips are connected, and squeezing our glutes to lift our hips rather than arching on our back. Articulate down through the imprint to neutral. Now imprint, tuck your tail, and articulate up, 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 up. Good. Still keep that nice little gentle squeeze so the meaty parts of our palm on the ball, and articulate down, 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 down. Let's do one more, and then we'll do my favorite bridge with the ball. Imprint, tuck our tail, articulate up, drive those toes over the knees to really feel a lengthening in your spine. Let's create space between each vertebra. We want a straight line from our knees to our hips and our hips to our underarms, and articulate down. Now we will probably arch our back for this. We're going to lift up and slide that ball underneath the sacrum. We want to find a neutral spine here. We'll know we're in neutral because if we're arching our back, we're over the ball too far. And if we're tucking way down, we're back too far in the ball. So it should feel like the ball's sticking out underneath your hiney just a little bit. Walk your heels into the ball ever so gently, not a ton, just a little bit. Now take your thumb and place it on the bottom of your ribs, and take your pinky finger and place it on the top of your hips. Now drop everything together, not so that you're tucking, but so that you're in a nice neutral position with your spine. Squeeze it all together, and now we're going to hinge bridge up, where we lift everything up at once. You're probably not going to lift very high, depending on how tall you are. Now lower down to neutral, and lift back up again in neutral. And lower down again in neutral, and lift back up again in neutral. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Drag the knees over the toes. Let's do one more. Lower down in neutral. Pop up in neutral. Now lower down. Take your hands and wrap them around the outside of the ball to keep it in place. Bring one knee up to tabletop. Bring the other knee up to tabletop. Make sure you're not tucking here. Instead of lining your knees up over your hips like you normally would, which would be right here, but you want to line them up with the ground. So imagine that your thigh is a post, or your leg is a post sticking straight into the air. That's how you want it to be with relation to the ground, not to your body. Now turn it out to a frog position, flex your feet, and extend out to working level without changing your body, and pull it back in. And extend. You can pull back in as far as you can, as long as you don't tuck. No tucksies, right? Now inhale to extend, and exhale to pull. Keep those ribs drawn together. Good. Here's 7. Here's 8. And pull. And 9. Drop that belly button to the spine. Feel a hollowness from hip to hip. And 10. Stay out. Now point your feet. Now separate your legs wide and flex to pull your legs together. And point to separate and flex to pull. Still in a neutral spine. No tucking, no arching. Here's 4. And here is 5. And flex to pull. Legs up to the ceiling. Up like a post though. No tucking. Flex to separate. And point to close. Flex to separate. And point to close. And here's 3. And 4. One more. Now, we're going to bring our legs to parallel, and we're going to lower to working level, and flex to lift. No tucking, no arching. Takes a lot of control here to do this movement. Here's 3. And flex and lift. And point and lower for 4. And flex to lift. And 5. And flex to lift, stay flexed. And lower flexed. And point to lift. And flex to lower. Point to lift. Oh my gosh, this is way harder than feet and straps in the reformer, right? No arching. Straight up to the ceiling. 1 more. Now we're going to do leg circle, double leg circles. You won't come past the ceiling, this boundary, because otherwise you're going to tuck right up and over to get here, right? So, whoopsies, my ball went right over it. Go ahead and find neutral spine, separate your feet, and lower down, squeeze it together, and lift straight up to the ceiling. And separate, and circle, and lift. Here's 3. No arching. And 4. And 5. And lift. And now lower, and separate, and lift. And lower, and separate, and lift. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. Bend your knees into tabletop. Place them down. Lift your tail. Take the ball out. Roll to your side. Come up to standing up tall. We're going to take the ball overhead in our hands gently. We're just holding on gently. If shoulder issues prevent you from lifting your biceps by your ears, please feel free to lift to your level of comfort. Squeeze your legs together, no wider than hips, sits bones distance apart. Inhale, keep your hands up. Squeeze your glutes so that your tail doesn't stick out far behind you. And articulate down slowly with control as if you're doing a spine stretch. And tap the ball to the floor if it's accessible to you. And articulate up, 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 up. All the way to the ceiling. Let's do 2 more. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your inner thighs. Try to keep your hips over your ankles. It'll feel like you're gonna fall over maybe. Please don't do that. Keep your chin off your chest, just like you would for hundreds. You don't wanna crunch. We want a long, continuous curve with our spine. 1 more. Keep breathing, guys. Now take the ball in the left hand and place it on the left side of the body. Leave your arm where it is, or leave it on your hip. We're going to side bend. So don't side bend by sticking your hip out to the side. Side bend by pressing into your left side to reach long to where the wall and the ceiling meet on the left side. Really lengthen your arm to get a nice stretch all the way down the side. Come up to standing up tall. Inhale. And reach, 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 reach. And exhale up. 1 more. And exhale up. Ball up to the right hand. Left arm will stay up. Right arm will come down by your side. Again, don't bring that left hip way out to the side, but really press into the right side. Press the right side into the ball. And reach. Nice long arm in the left arm. And up. And reach. Ooh. And lift. Let's do 1 more. And reach. And lift. Guys, let's go and drop the ball. Inhale the arms are wide, take a nice big stretch, and exhale to lower. Thanks for joining me today, guys. If you have any questions or need any modifications, please feel free to reach out. Thank you.